A month ago, at the conclusion of Hell in the Cell, I don't know if it was just being just overly hyped to seeing an awesome show, which was Randy Orton against John Cena and Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, and then getting a surprise swerve finish in the end, something that we never saw coming. We never saw Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt cross paths since basically the Shield versus Wyatts. I think they had 4 matchups. The last one ended up being just sort of like a thrown away match because the match was coming down. It was just basically a setup for Evolution to come down and just basically beat the tar out of the Shield and just leave them laying. But I think everybody's going to be able to remember those matches, and maybe that's what they were thinking this was going to be. But then again, those were 6-man battles with guys everywhere. I mean, they didn't even know where to shoot the camera. Because basically, there was just fights going all over the arena. Inside of the ring, outside of the ring, in the fans. Those matches were freaking awesome. I think everybody can remember that first teaser they gave us around Survivor Series time. Where basically we were like, oh, we're going to get this match. And then they left that thing on the burner for a long time before we finally got to see who the greatest 3-man team was. And then those wars were awesome. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, and my main man Bray Wyatt. They all really raised their game, and it just really put them at the top of the WWE. Everybody was following these guys. And it seems now that, basically we've stripped away and just become this singles match. It doesn't have the same appeal. I remember thinking that, man, this is going to be awesome. Basically, Bray, he hologrammed himself into the Hell in the Cell match. He didn't have to, break down the door or kick in the locks. He didn't do the Undertaker where he came through the bottom of the ring. Basically, the lantern just appeared there in the middle of the ring, and then he just appeared there in the corner attacking Dean Ambrose and laying him out to the point of, just like, wow, what the fuck was that? I mean, I think everybody's jaw dropped, Undertaker and Brock Lesnar style at the end of that, not knowing what was coming next. I mean, had Bray Wyatt joined the Authority? Was he now just sort of like a guy that was going along with Triple H? And maybe that was something that could have made the storyline for this match be a little bit deeper. Instead, they just gone off to their own little sub-world off to the side. Lots of promos, lots of talkings. We've seen these guys throw punches at each other, and seen some guys attack each other. We've got some background to the storyline of these guys. Basically, Bray Wyatt saying that he wanted to heal Dean Ambrose from his troubled past. Basically, Dean Ambrose's father being in prison and his mother. I can't remember if he said his mother was a drunk or something like that. It just reminded me a lot of the Jericho versus CM Punk storyline, which was basically a rewrite of CM Punk's run through ROH. It was almost like a carbon copy of something that CM Punk had done previously in his career. Either basically maybe some of the WWE writers thought it was an easy way out, just copying something that they liked from CM Punk's past, or maybe CM Punk brought it up as a storyline. It was something they could run with because it had worked in the past, and WWE just ran with it thinking that was going to be good. I think that was the build-up leading to Extreme Rules, of course, with Jericho pointing out CM Punk, going to the bar while they were over there on the UK tour, him breaking the Jack Daniels bottle over his head and pouring the rest of the bottle on him, just exposing CM Punk's dad as a drunk, and it was never being a part of his life. Somehow, the thought of his father leaving him was going to, leave him weak enough that where Jericho would be able to beat him and take the championship and become the champion. It didn't work for me. It didn't build me in. Some people have said that an Extreme Rules match was one of the best matches of that year, 2012. It didn't really work for me. It just when it came down to it, I'm not sure. This match to me is going to take a lot for it to rise from the ashes, because this is sort of a match that just isn't really striking me at all, and it should be one that's great. The promos, they really haven't been going back and forth, because of the UK tour. They had to pre-shoot some promos, basically, because they were going to be the main event of a house show that wasn't going to be close to the arena. They weren't going to be able to have them work a match and then fly them over and have them double book both nights. It's just the way it was. So we got one promo of Dean Ambrose basically sitting I think he was in the crowd sitting in some bleacher seats just talking, and then we got a Bray Wyatt sitting in the rocking chair, and since then they've been playing up on Bray Wyatt being able to disappear, and where'd he go, and all sorts of stuff like that. This match could be good. I'm going to pick Bray Wyatt to win it, because normally the heel will get the first win, and the guy and the babyface has to come from behind. That's going to be my guess. This isn't going to be their last match. This isn't going to be their last encounter. I'm guessing that TLC, this is more than likely going to be your tables match. Maybe it'll be your chairs match. So, going from Survivor Series to TLC, you're always looking for some sort of a spot that you can call your shot and say this is what it's going to be. So be looking out for some sort of a chair to get involved in this match, or some sort of a table to lead to the finish of this one. But let me know what you guys think, because as of right now, it's just not hitting me. And that's just me. Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. What you guys think?